afternoon, internet world. It's Motivational Monday. And how are we all? I'm in an incredibly chipper mood today. I'm having a fantastic day. I've had 3 lovely things happen to me today. I've had a little bit of an unexpected check come through the post, which is always nice, isn't it? It wasn't a massive amount of money, but you know, better than nothing, better than a poke in the eye with a stick. My beautiful baby granddaughter and her gorgeous mummy and daddy are going to come round for tea this week. So I get to look after them all and I get to cuddle and sniff baby, and I like that. So I'm looking forward. And someone who I thought had fallen off the face of the earth has reappeared and is absolutely perfectly okay. And I'm very glad about that because I was worried. But they're okay. So there, I've had 3 nice things happen today, which is great, isn't it? So I'm very happy. So how are we all? Are we all okay? I'm doing all right. Internet dating. Doing okay. Watch this space. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. But yeah, I'm doing really well. Hope you're doing all really well. And what I wanted to talk to you about today was a subject very close to my heart, which is help. I need somebody help. I know you got my voice again, didn't you? Aren't I a good singer? I know I'm not really. But yeah, both sides of the coin really. Asking for help and giving help. It's very important to do both sides of the things. If you are the sort of person, if you are a ducks in a row kind of person, you know, you've got everything sorted. Well, not everything, but you know, you're rocking along quite nicely. You're quite stable. You're quite steady. Things are going okay for you. It's a good thing to do is to offer a bit of help to those that are maybe not quite so ducks in a row, a little bit more squirrels in a rave kind of people. You know, the ones that you can see, they're sliding a little bit, you know what I mean? They might just appreciate a little bit of help. And I don't mean going in all guns blazing, you know, that you're going to completely revolutionise their life and change everything and sort everything out and all the rest of it. Sometimes it can be subtle little things that you can do for someone that can genuinely be the start of something amazing, a little bit of a chain reaction for them, can't it? It could possibly be you may know somebody who's a single parent, mum or dad, you know, or somebody who's elderly or just living on their own and maybe not quite coping very well. And maybe just popping round or giving him a ring or dropping him a message, you know, whichever way they like to communicate in. And just offering a little bit of help, maybe it's, you know, I can bob shop for, you know, if it's a single mum, she's stuck in, or a single dad, sorry, I'm not just limited to mums. Single parent stuck in and you're like, oh, don't worry, I'll nip shop for you. And, you know, I'll grab you them a few groceries or whatever. I'll drop them off. It's not a bother. It's not a bother if you know, if you're out and about yourself. Or maybe bobbing round and doing washing up for them while they have a minute with baby, you know, that kind of thing. Or if they're elderly, going in and sitting with them, just having a chat and a cup of tea. You know, that can be as much of a help as physically doing a job or doing an errand or whatever, you know. And doing something like that, it can give you it can give you a wonderful sense of well-being. Not that you would do it for that. You're not going to do something for self-gratification. I don't like these people who, like, you know, they're always on Instagram taking selfies to self. Look at me giving this tramp a pasty, you know. You're not like, if you want to give an homeless person a pasty, give them a pasty. Give them a bottle of water or whatever. Don't take pictures of it and put it all over social media, because that's embarrassing for that person. That person didn't ask to be in that situation. They still don't want plastered all over just for you to get, you know, brownie points on the old gram, you know. No, don't do it. Don't do it for that. Do it because you want to help. I try and help people, and I do try and do it discreetly, for, you know, for a lot of people, because a lot of people as well, they can be quite embarrassed that they're in a situation that they need help. You know, that's why they've got in that situation, is because they won't ask for it, you know. So if you are the ducks in a row person, do that. Go out there, try and find somebody that you can maybe just do a little bit of something for, or you might be able to do something quite big for them. It might be that there's somebody really struggling with an addiction problem, or somebody who's really struggling financially, and you might be able to, I'm not saying go in and just wipe all the debt off and everything, you know what I mean? God, it'd be great if we could do that, wouldn't it? But maybe if you could sit down with them and do help them budget or something like that, or, you know, if it's somebody with addiction issues and that kind of thing, find out the support services around you, find out the places that they can go to get the help and that kind of thing. or just make them aware that you're there, that you're willing to help and that you want to help. But on the flip side of the coin, like I just mentioned, there are people who are embarrassed about asking for help. If they are the squirrels at a rave people, aren't they? You're not ducks in a row, you've got squirrels, and they are definitely at a rave. I've been like that. Definitely. I am one of the world's worst. I used to be, I should say, one of the world's worst for asking for help. I wouldn't ask for help. I would let myself completely and utterly slide and crumble before I would definitely cut off my nose to spite my face. These days, not so much. I will ask for help. Simple example was this weekend, managed to buy a second-hand shed for Seamus. I've been looking for a shed for him for a while. One came up just round the corner. Perfect, we could afford it and everything. But it needs moving. It's disassembled. It's, you know, it's in panels and that kind of thing. But they're just too big. Me and Seamus couldn't physically carry it. It's too big. So it was like, right, I just put a little note on the local Facebook page. Does anybody know, you know, person? I didn't put man with van. I was trying to be inclusive. Strong person with van, or, you know, trailer or whatever that could help us just shift this. Give us some, you know, throw me the numbers at me or whatever. And they did. A name was suggested, contacted him, got it sorted, bish bash bosh, there we go. Jobs are good and that's all getting sorted out tomorrow. You know what I mean? Brilliant. And that's with asking. Instead of struggling and mauling on my own, which I probably would have done a while ago, or just not got the shed because I thought, well, I can't move it. Oh, I can't get that, I can't move it. I thought, no, get the shed, yeah, then work out, do things in stages, and that's what I do now. But I open my gob and I ask for help. But it's not always easy. It's like when I've gone through, you know, those who know me know I've gone through rehab years ago. And that initial stage of reaching that point where you're like, I don't like this situation I'm in, I need help with this, can be one of the toughest decisions a person can ever make. It really can. Sometimes, yeah, your hand does get forced a bit. I suppose with me, my hand got forced in a way because it was like I needed the help because, I didn't want to lose my kids, basically. And I didn't want them to have no mother. So, but in a good way. It was forced in a good way. It wasn't like I wasn't raging against it, going, no, I've not got a problem. I was like, yep, you're right. Yeah, I definitely have. But walking through them doors initially, or even just going to that place, all the way there, you're convincing yourself you don't want to go, that you're not going to go, that they're not going to sort it, they're not going to do anything. I don't know why I'm going, don't know why I'm going. Even when you sat there and they're interviewing you and, you know, going through all the gubbins, you don't know what I'm doing here, don't know what I'm doing here. But eventually it does work. You do find a way of, you know, you do find a group, or you find a situation, or you find a set of values or whatever it is that works. Some of the things didn't work for me. You do have to go through a lot of crap sometimes just to find the odd little gem of something that's going to work for you. But if you keep going, generally you do get out the other side. And it's similar with the situation with Seamus with his trying to find the right school for him. I knew Seamus had special educational needs a while before school would recognise it, and I fought against school and the education system and against professionals and against people telling me no, it's nothing to do, he's not got this, he's not got that, it's the domestic situation at home that's causing this and that and the other and that. 2 years I fought against every system possible, but eventually, you know, the result was he ended up in the best school ever, and he's now in one of the most amazing settings. I cannot sing the praises of the school he's in more. You know, if I could shout it from the rooftops, I would do. But it was tough. It was hard. It was heartbreaking. There were times I wanted to give up. There were times I just thought, are they right? Are they right? You know, am I stupid asking for this help? Am I wrong? And I thought, no, it was mother's instinct kicked in and I knew I was right pursuing it. So I did do. And I'm glad I did. And I know that situation can happen when you ask for help. Is you will ask for help and it's not there. It's not available. The things you need to help you aren't available, but that doesn't mean to say that you should ever stop asking for help. You should continue to keep asking for help, because sometimes some help will come from the weirdest of sources as well. And I think what you find as well is that if you have gone through a situation like I went through the situation with Seamus, I went through the personal situation with myself and my drink problem, you end up with the experience that you can then pass on to other people. So you're asking for help, has meant that you can now help others. And so it's a lovely big round robin, isn't it, of advice and support and everything. And that's the way it should be. You know, sharing your experiences and sharing things with people, I think, is fantastic. Because it's like with anything in life, if you can get hold of somebody who has been through that, they're always going to be, you know, one of the best people to go to. They really, really are, you know. It was a bit like I said, when I used to go to, you know, to Discover. It was called Discover then, the unit that dealt with, you know, the addictions, that kind of thing. They appreciated having the people working there who were ex-addicts, who were people who had been through the system, because they could give real life experiences. You know what I mean? They knew what it was like to be in that situation, and so they could give the very best advice. They weren't reading from a textbook. They weren't doing it. I always remember one situation like that. There was a midwife, right? And I'm not knocking midwives who, or, you know, who've not had kids, because I know there's male midwives as well. Please don't take this person. This is just my experience. Please don't think I am knocking every childless midwife. But this particular lady was going through labour and what we should do. And we should do this and we should do that. And in my mind, this is how my mind was working, was how can you tell us that when you've kind of not gone through it? You're reading from a book. Fair enough. You know, I thought, she, you know, some of the things she said were great, but then other times I'm the sort of person who prefers someone who's been through it. You know, I like to get advice from real life people who've been there, done there, bought the t-shirt, stayed the time, done whatever. You know, they've done it. And I will always appreciate their advice. But I'm not dismissing other people's advice. Please don't think that. You know, I'm not dismissing it as an absolute load of cobblers, because it's not. A lot of people, they've studied very, very hard, and they've worked very, very hard, and that's great, and all credit to them for doing that, because I couldn't, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, if you're the sort of person that you've asked for help and you feel like you're getting nowhere, carry on. Please, please, please. I am motivating you to keep asking for help. Keep asking for help. And like I said, the opposite way around, if you're a ducks in a row person and you keep offering help and it gets knocked back, keep offering it. Because sometimes as well, somebody will knock you back a couple of times, and then eventually it's kind of like you wear them down, don't you? And they'll go, do you know what? Yeah, I do need that help. First couple of times, oh, no, I'm fine. No, I don't need help. No, I'm all right, me. Yeah, I'm coping. No, I'm not coping at all. But they need you to just keep going. They need that determination of you. So it's determination on both sides of the coin. The asking for help and the giving the help is keep at it. Because I will never stop helping people. I do get to a limit with people now. Like I said last week, I do get to the point where I will reach a limit with people, and I'll go, right, I've helped you enough now. It's time for you to help yourself, because I prefer to work with someone and get them to a point where they can help themselves. Self-sufficiency is always better, isn't it? So that's it for today. I've rambled on a really, really big, because I'm quite giddy today. I'm quite happy. As you can tell, that's why I'm like a million miles an hour, aren't I? So yeah, that's for today. Is help. I need some, just, a little help from your friends. Think about that as well. Although that was related to drugs. We don't want to do drugs, do we? No, drugs are bad. Don't do drugs. So there you go. That's all for today. I hope you're all great, gorgeous and good. Miles, I hope you're still misbehaving, because you're my misbehaving friend. And I hope everybody else is all right. So have a fabulous day. Have a fabulous week. I'm looking forward to the rest of this week, because I'm getting my swimming back, because my baths are back open. So I need to get them links in. And I'm going back on the sunbed, so I'll be tanned as well. And I'm always happy when I'm tanned. Okay. So that's all for today. So thank you for listening to this really long ramble. And I love you all. Loves you all. And I definitely mean it. Okay then, my beauties. Peace out, Muddy Funkers.